Hello everyone, my name is Sarah Mindelli. I am a girl in tech, and today I'm going to give you 5 reasons why you should join tech as a career. Number 1, contrary to popular belief, anybody can do tech. Anybody can code, anybody can understand networks, anybody is capable of doing it. That doesn't mean that anybody is going to be a genius at it or is going to be a super expert on everything, but it does mean that anybody has the capabilities of doing at least decent work. And when I say decent work, is because the industry needs a ton of people. So we can't just rely on geniuses to be doing this kind of work, because tech is not just one industry. Tech is every industry these days. When you think of an IT guy, you usually have this picture in your head of a white dude in his basement typing away in a computer in a hoodie and who is antisocial, awkward, and doesn't really like people. And that is because a lot of people who are pioneers in this field are actually a little bit antisocial, not very skilled in communicating with people. And that's okay. Some people are good at being social and some just aren't. And that is totally okay. But that is the reason why you have this picture. But that doesn't mean that everyone who is going to be in IT is going to be that way. In fact, we need all kinds of people in IT. We need women, we need people who know sports, we need all these different kinds of people who have different kinds of, skills and different talents to create creative solutions for their problems. Because if I expect a white dude in his basement who is antisocial to fix problems that I have in my daily life that could potentially make my life easier or better with technology, he isn't capable of doing that because he doesn't have any of those problems. So we need people with a different perspective and who can see other kinds of solutions that we might need. We didn't used to think that we needed computers in every home, and then we do. Just right here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 computers here. So you see my point. Reason number 2, the field is booming. The field is so red hot right now, and anybody can see why. Technology is in everything. When you think of any kind of job, I can't think of a single job that doesn't use a single piece of technology. And technology is in everything. And we sometimes don't realize how it can be on everything. For example, there's so much technology in the cars we drive. And there are hardly any cars these days that aren't connected to the internet. And we don't usually think of cars as computers, but they are. And most people in America use cars on their daily lives. Or a phone. If you're watching this video, it means you're using some kind of technology. If somebody is working in like a fast food restaurant, they have to put in your order inside some kind of application that allows them to, place orders and pass orders on to somebody who's going to cook them and prepare them and whatever. Every industry has a need for software, for applications. And it is not going to go anywhere. You can find a million articles that are going to tell you that the tech shortage is not real, it's false, and this and that. There are a million reasons for you to not believe what I'm saying. But if you just look at the evidence, you can see that technology isn't going anywhere. And if you don't understand how technology works, if you don't understand that programming languages exist and you don't have a basic knowledge of them, it will be almost like not being able to read. in the near future. And again, that is my personal belief. You can have a different opinion, but believe this, tech isn't going anywhere. Reason number 3, technology is a welcoming field. And then again, I know there are tons of people who will disagree with me on this one, but let me tell you my personal experience. From the time that I've decided to move from fashion design into software engineering, I have had so many people cheer me on and give me resources and help and try to teach me in every way that they could. And I found communities and I've joined societies and I have found help everywhere. That is because these people know how much of a shortage there is and how much they are overworked and that they're burned out, really. And if they had the opportunity to have more qualified people who they would be happy to teach. If you are teachable, they will love you. And I'm the kind of person that is like, if you have more knowledge to give me, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to listen, and I'm going to just do my best to understand and learn that thing. And that is really all you need and to succeed getting into technology, because these people have a ton of knowledge. But if you go into it thinking that you know everything, or you're not going to be received very well. But there are a ton of people who would love to help you, who would love to support you and mentor you in your career. Reason number 4, it pays well. And yes, again, another reason with a lot of controversy. But if you really look at the facts, you can see that it does pay well. This is what I mean. With a 4-year degree in a field in technology that is hot right now, for example, software engineering, computer science, cybersecurity, cloud computing, big data management, things like that are getting bigger, and there is a growing demand for it. And the more you leverage yourself and you stay up to date on things and you learn the newest technologies and you just make yourself more marketable, and I must stress this, you make yourself a person that is easy to work with, you can leverage yourself very well. A lot of these interviews are, a lot of the interviews in tech are going to be very, very technical. And sometimes you may not be able to figure out the problem, or, you'll fail whatever exam. But I would say that especially going into it for an entry-level position, these managers are looking for people who are teachable, who are not arrogant, who they can work with and they can mold and they can, help you get to a point where you're helping them. And yes, you have to have knowledge and you have to have some kind of expertise in the field, but it is not the most important thing, because in any job you start, you're not going to know what to do on your very first day. You're going to need a lot of training and you're going to need a lot of experience and time to learn it. So focus on being a good person who is a team player and who can, just learn things and take advice and take criticism and apply those changes to your work ethic. Reason number 5, work-home life balance, remote work opportunities, and fulfilling, exciting work. I say this because I never thought of technology being in a field in which I would find that kind of balance, in which I would find fulfillment. And because I've always been an artistic person, I've always been really creative, and mind you, I never thought that I was really smart. And I didn't think that I could find fulfillment in a job that I didn't find creative. But that was only because I didn't know how much creativity is ingrained inside the field of technology. Technology is basically willing things into existence. You see a problem, you can fix it with technology. There's technology that you can ingest a microcomputer that can find cancer cells in your body. There's all these kinds of research. And there's so many applications, and you don't have to do one area or another area. You can have your own side projects at home for things that you want to better in your life. Like there are tiny computers that you can attach to your dryer or to your washer machine and have you sing you happy birthday once your laundry is done. Like there's you can do anything with it. And it's only a matter of finding which area of it you like. There's web development, just making websites and making applications on the web. Or there's making applications like apps on your phone, or applications such as like Adobe software, or applications for a restaurant or a bank, software for a bank and things like that. There are all these different kinds of technology that you can learn and you can specify in. So you can find fulfillment if you just look for the right, if you just try to find something you like. Of course, it's done for everybody, but chances are you can find something you might like. Another part of this reason is you may already know that these tech companies are more laid back. And I mean, like, they don't really require you to follow a strict schedule. They may allow you to work from home. They may have, I'm sure everyone has heard a story that at Google, people have like all these cool offices and free food and all these other like things that they can do in their campuses. And they have all these resources and this cool stuff and that they don't want to give up, and that it's really cool to have. And they do that because they want to keep those employees there. Because the talent that you grow and that you nourish and that you make it, you mold it your own, which is what they do with employees, is so valuable that they don't want to lose it. And these companies, they know how much a good employee is worth. An employee who is always learning, an employee who is always trying to do better, who is always looking for the next opportunity to make something cool. People who are always reaching for more. And that is why they are going to give you whatever is best for you. And that is not for every company, obviously, but if you want to look for more remote work, there's a ton of remote work. If you want a company that has a ton of benefits, there's that. And it doesn't have to be just Google or Facebook. There's a ton of other tech companies that have a ton of benefits. And then again, like I said before, tech is not just one industry. There's technology in a ton of other industries. Well, these are my 5 reasons why you should consider joining tech. I hope this video was beneficial to you, and I hope that you can explore the possibilities that tech offers, and you can find a happier and fulfilling life joining tech if that be your wish.